Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another edition of InFocus YXE. I'm your host, Ian Roach. I'm here with my co-host, Damien. How are you?
Good, good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. And you scared me because as the countdown was going on, I think you disappeared briefly, and I was looking, oh no, is he going to be here? But you're here. Thank you for joining us. Again, the show is...
My short little attention span, I started doing some Googling while I was waiting for the show to open, and I accidentally closed this tab.
Don't do that to me. That's scary. Anyway, it's good. We're here. This is InFocus YXE. It's our game show on the No YXE network. We're describing it as a new online television station or news and communications portal, news and information portal for Saskatoon. So the way this game show works, Damien, is we're going to show people a picture of something or somewhere in Saskatoon. We want people to guess. Sometimes telling us the location would be useful. Sometimes telling us something connected to the location would be the right answer. And we want you to comment. So if you're on Facebook or YouTube, please comment. Our software aggregates all the comments, and the first person that guesses the correct place or what it is that we're looking for the answer wins a prize. There's not a lot for prizes, but they're amazing shirts and other swag and some gift certificates. So Damien, should I show people? Yes?
When do I get a shirt?
I should get you one. I think you know somebody in your family that won, but they haven't claimed it yet.
No, well, they need to get reminded about this.
I'll remind them. Absolutely. You do that. You chat with them.
Well, you can remind them too. You just have to do it, from your house.
This is true. I'll do it by email or maybe text.
Okay.
If you want the entire complete rules, they're available at noyxe.com/contest-rules. Damien, how was your week?
It was pretty good. It went by quickly. It was cold and stuck inside, and we were all very excited for today.
And it's just going to get better. I think I looked on Sunday and Saturday. It's going to be minus 2, -5, and then I think might be around that 0 mark for Sunday. It's going to be so nice. I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be good. Hey, should we
/snowball weather?
It'll be awesome if it starts melting. It's been long. I prefer my pandemics with warmer weather. I don't know about you.
They're a lot easier that way.
Absolutely. Should we start with the first photo?
Let's do the first photo.
Okay, here it is. What do you see, Damien?
I see some bright things and I see some dark things.
I think there's a bit of a theme here.
Okay.
Doyle's watching. He says, here we go.
Hi, Doyle.
Put in a guess yet, but of course, we're kind of in this kind of 30-second lag where we put up the photo, but we have to wait at least 30 seconds before people can respond. So, hi, Doyle. Thanks for watching. The theme tonight, I think, in all 3 photos that we're going to do tonight is white. A lot of snow out there.
I was going to say, I feel like you were inspired while you're out shooting.
Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. Any thoughts yet? Nobody's guessing?
I think maybe we might need a hint tonight, Ian, because is this something that's a temporary or a permanent fixture?
A bit of both. A bit of both, we're going to say.
Both.
I'm not going to really answer that. We have a couple guesses here. Jackie is guessing Lakeview Park Lake. That's not a bad guess. And I'm trying to think. I haven't really been around that area in winter. It's funny how you can not travel in those areas when you don't need to. That is not the correct answer, but it is a good one.
That was our first foray in the cold snap. As it was starting to warm up, we went out there.
Gotcha.
Which is probably why that's on our mind.
Doyle seems to think it's easy. I think he's making fun of us, Damien. And somebody's guessing blurred lights. Well, not really lights. Not during the day, but they could be.
They are blurry.
They are blurry. It is absolutely blurry. I think, Damien, it's time for me to go back to this, and I'll go over to my other screen here and unblur it a little bit. What do you think?
I think it's about time. We've had a couple guesses. Nobody's any closer than I am, which is, I have no idea.
Well, that's good that you don't have.
I know. I feel like I set the bar a little too high the first time we played this game, and I've never come to that point since.
Guess what?
What?
My computer's not working.
Oh.
There we go.
Do you want me to draw the picture really quickly?
It's thinking about it. Here's one little less blurry. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Bring it on. Well,
Rashid's looking for more hints.
Yeah, I hear you, Rashid. I think that would be the way to go. There's some weird shapes showing up. This is the weirdest kind of blurring I've ever. It's almost like you've got things superimposed on that.
If you squint, you can almost see some stuff out of it. Right?
I do a lot of squinting. I think I see some stuff that I recognize, but there's some things in there that are throwing me off.
More hints required.
I definitely see triangles. Triangles are definitely a thing.
While we're waiting, Damien, for people to actually get a sense of what this is and give us some guesses. I'm a bit of a nerd. I think you might be a bit of a nerd too. And I was super excited for Perseverance landing on Mars today. Of course, I grew up at a period where they seemed to be sending stuff to Mars all the time. It wasn't working. But this one, we learned late afternoon today, that it landed safely and is already sending pictures back to Earth. So a question, if you don't want to guess or you're not able to guess what it is, we have a question for you. And this is a question that I'm looking for answers for. Would you volunteer for a one-way mission to Mars, and who would you like to take with you if you go? So early on, they're talking they could have resources to get people there, but not to bring them home. So I don't think that's the case in the planning anymore.
I missed that part of the broadcast.
We have some more guesses.
There is a sorry, let's go on with the guesses. And well, that's a nothing. That's not a guess.
I got nothing, Doyle.
That's about my guess, Doyle.
Still very blurry from Debbie.
Yes, it is.
Rotary Park, we're getting close. Roman is saying possibly a snowman. Bessborough Skate Park. That's not a bad guess. I could see how that would be an option, but it's not. Somebody here is guessing the bowl of U of S campus. That's not correct as well. Maybe we should push on to the next photo, which means we have to go to the next one so I can do that. And hopefully my computer will speed up this time.
There is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, but isn't there a place in Hawaii where they're testing people living in non-Earth-like conditions? They have like a habitation.
Kind of using the lava fields or something?
Yeah.
I remember that being a thing at one point. I'm not sure if it's still happening or what the kind of status of that is. Another person guessed Meewasin Rink, but that's not quite it. But here we go. Photo 3. Are you ready?
Photo 3. Yep.
Any improvement? A little bit there.
There is some improvement. I feel like I should be able to figure this out at this point. And I think I know what it is.
But you can't guess.
I can't guess. Did you superimpose those white flares on there? They still don't feel like they fit.
No, it must be the way that I'm using a defocus kind of program on the photos, that it kind of seems to highlight that.
It's not my usual out of focusness from when I'm shooting. Yeah, Biodome. I think that might be Jackie. I think you're right.
I think it's right. That's true. Oh, back to that's what that is. I thought you were talking about the picture. I'm glad you're up on pop culture. So
classic pop culture.
Mm-hmm. We'll give it a couple more minutes here, see if somebody can guess. The canoes. Sylvia says the canoes near Remy. I can see how that is.
Mm-hmm. That was an earlier guess of mine, but they were on the wrong side.
And Rashid is guessing a street in Saskatoon with blurry lights. No. Well, I mean, it's blurry, but it's not that. But it's a good guess, Rashid.
It's not a street.
No. Maybe it's too hard. Maybe I should go. Well, maybe this one will do it. I'll load up another one and we'll see what it's like. Nobody's commenting on who they want to go to, if they go on a one-way mission to Mars or not.
Ian, you haven't answered. Would you go to Mars?
Not anymore.
I
have too much here now, right?
That's my answer. You can't say that. You're stealing my answer from me.
Okay. Before I put up this next photo, downtown. No, it's not quite downtown. It's on the edge of downtown. Here's another guess, Pike Lake ice fishing. Not quite. I think once we put this photo up, we're going to get some correct answers, Damien.
All right, let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yes.
There we go. Mars is too populated now, Doyle says.
Too many rovers.
We seem to be throwing a bunch of junk there and just leaving it, right? Maybe someday we'll send rovers to go and clean up. But yes. Of course, one of my favorite movies of all time is Martian. And
that's one of your favorite.
Oh, I love it. I love those kind of what I do in that situation kind of movies.
It's not just a poop potato thing?
No, all that is kind of cool, growing his own potatoes. But the ingenuity of it, and I'd share some of my favorite scenes, but if nobody's seen it, then I might be taking that away. Mars attacks. Doyle's on a theme here about Mars.
Wait, is that a guess
but
for
we're not getting any guesses? I think I'm surprised we don't have this yet.
There's a dead giveaway in the background with those 3 triangular peaks. There's only one building that I know of that has those 3 peaks.
Okay, well, we're getting close. We're getting close. Here's an answer from Karen. Farmers Market.
Yeah.
That's the area. That's absolutely the right area, but we're looking at what these things in front of it are related to. So not only are we looking for location, we're looking for time. What's happening right now down there? Another guess, Debbie Frost, best grandstand. Good guess. Another guess, we're looking at Prairie Land. No, we know it's kind of the farmers market area, but we're looking for what else is happening there.
What's going on in Saskatoon? Which is a harder question than than it is most years, because less people have been leaving their houses, especially in the last week.
Well, if you're going to leave your house, this might be one you want to leave to go do.
It is on my list, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I don't know if I want to put up another picture, just give it a bit more time here so people can hear our feedback on the guesses they've had already. And maybe we'll give another minute. If not, then I'll put up another photo. So would you go to Mars? You said we had the same answer?
Yeah, we had the same answer. At one time in my life, maybe about 10 years ago, I would jump on that opportunity. I couldn't possibly do it now. I don't
know.
That? Mr. Fisher?
That's David Fisher is saying Winterfest. And is that going to be close enough?
Did you just see who put in a guess after David Fisher?
I did.
Ian, can I direct you from here and make you pull that one up?
We'll put that one up.
That's my mom. Thanks for watching, Mom.
It's not the right answer. We must get back to David. Are we going to accept that answer?
I think we should take that answer, because we've really been struggling with this one. Again, because there's that mix of permanent and temporary.
Okay. I think we'll take it. The correct answer that we're probably looking for
wait.
What?
You got to do this the right order.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The winning lights. I got to go back to us.
The winning lights.
And then the winning lights.
Have the winning lights.
Are those and I should be solo, right? Like that?
Yeah.
There it is. Congratulations. We have a winner. A winner. We have a winner. And the event we're looking for and we're talking about is indeed Saskatoon Farmers Market and Nutrien Winter Shines Festival that's taking place this week. Before we go on that a bit further, let's look. We have Buckwold Bridge. Is not a bad guess. Farmers Market is correct, but we're kind of looking for that Winter Shines or Winterfest kind of connection. Camping. Well, yeah, it would be a good camping scene. I'd love to do that. Hacky told us about it.
I think she means Jackie.
Oh, and Jackie. Okay.
That's why my mom is
Mama,
watching.
I can't. And that is Jackie. There she is. She's correcting herself. So there it is. I'm going to hide that there. It is the Nutrien Winter Shines Festival site. And Damien, this is something new, and we'll hope to do this a little more as the show goes on, is once we identify a photo, we're going to try and talk to somebody about what the photo's about. So joining us now, if I can get him in here, is Shad Ali, the festival director of the Nutrien Winter Shines Festival. Shad, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
It's a long-standing festival here in Saskatoon. Obviously, with COVID, things are a little different. How are things going this year?
Things are going well. As you've welcomed me, I would first say bonsoir, shalom, namaste, assalamu alaikum, and tanze tawayo. I know you have an audience that's pretty wide and broad in their cultural makeup. I don't think I left too many people out in that greeting, so thanks for having me.
Well done.
Things have been going great down at the site. Right off the top, lots of safety protocols and so on, of course, to have people come down and visit us in person and also online. And I couldn't do this without giving a shout out to the Kinsman Club of Saskatoon, who really helped us make all of our safety protocols available. Masks for those who might not have it, hand wipes, wipe down materials, all of those kind of things. Those guys ensure that we were able to afford all of those kind of things. So we certainly are prepared to keep everyone safe. And hi, David. I would think David should get that guess right. So.
So aside from the safety, what have you had to change the kind of events that you're doing this year? Or are there different things that you're doing because of that? Or are you adding different events this year?
Yeah, I mean, certainly over the years, Nutrient Wintershines has been a very much of an in-person thing, right? Bring people down, get them to celebrate in person. Things like the soup cook-off and whatnot are always popular. It always sells out. And so we did have to innovate quite a bit. I would say first thing is that we had a combination of both in-person on-site events and activities as well as online activities. And it was great to see the variety of stuff on there today. I mean, today, people, as an example, people were able to log on and learn how to make snow taffy. People learn how to make bannock. I saw towards the end of the day, we had people learning how to do different kind of pop dances as well. And tomorrow, I think in the next few days, we'll have some cultural performances and that as well. So the online stuff has been really fantastic. There's lots, I mean, safety biking tips for people who want a winter bike, as an example, has been on there. We have some performances by amazing artists as well. And then the in-person, we certainly have what you showed in your quiz was Synergy. Synergy was a lighting installation that was designed by some local artists. We had Keith from Production Lighting and Byron, JJ Neufeld, who were involved in designing that. It's quite spectacular. You come down and it's lights and music, and the energy is pretty high around it. So you get a chance to immerse yourself in that experience. And then there are some other effects down there. We have Blossom as well, which is another lighting effect that's down there as well. So Blossom was designed, it's a real collaboration. We had retired architect from Saskatoon, Don Greer, who designed this really amazing sculpture of a lily as it was opening up. And when you go down, as I put my hands that way, you really can see the petals of the lily as it starts opening up in that sculpture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
He also worked, Production Lighting got involved in helping to execute lighting. But what we did as well was brought in a lighting designer from the International Association of Lighting Designers. And she is based in Germany. She has come here before and seen the site. She worked with us on the castle a couple of years ago. But she designed a lighting application to that structure. And then Keith executed it on her behalf. And so it's a real true collaboration. We had a team of about 4 individuals who were doing the construction of the elements. You do really need to get down there to see it. And I think there might be some spots left. With our safety protocols, you do have to register in advance online for a spot.
Damien, sorry if I could just stop for Damien, maybe this will be a time you can pull up that website still, and we'll get that, show people where they can go.
Yes.
Yeah, can you talk us through that process, Chad?
Pardon me?
Can you talk us through what you need to do to get involved?
Yeah. So where Damien's got the site there are a couple of things. You'll see that the first thing is you'll see that gold bar that says register for live events. So you can go in there and hit that button, and it'll take you to a site where you can save your spot for a couple of different things. So number one, we have those 2 installations that I mentioned, but and those are great at night because they are lighting installations. But during the day, for families and younger kids, we have a kids obstacle course, and so you can register for that as well. It's tremendous fun, very simple. There's things that kids can crawl around in the snow. They can climb a wall. They can do snow frisbee. They can snow frisbee golf, that is. There are a number of things in there for them to challenge themselves, both mentally and physically with. So we've got that as well for the kids during the day. And as I say, we'll keep people pretty safe. You do have to fill out a survey when you go online there and so on as well, to make sure that, again, you haven't been exposed, you don't have a temperature, those kinds of things. And our staff and volunteers are there. Everyone needs to wear a mask when they come down. So, a lot of really great things on site and online. There was one other pretty special thing that was done, Ian, and it's the way we did our soup cook-off this year was was quite unique and worthy of mentioning as well.
And how did you do it?
Oh, sure. Well, normally what happens is people buy a ticket and they come down to the farmers market building, and we have our soup chefs there, and they compete for Saskatoon soup master. We say instead of having a sous chef, we have a soup master chef for Saskatoon each year. Well, this year, because we couldn't bring people together and so on, our chefs really felt they still wanted to do something special. So they've all come on board. There are 9 of them in particular who've come on board. Darren Craddock from the Village Bistro, Scott Torgerson from Delta Downtown, Tisha Paget from Delish by Tish, Lisa and Jason from Prairie Meats, Sydney from Taste Group, Chad Carruthers, who's been with us before from Rook and Raven, Dana Shardoff from the Saskatoon Club, Beth Rogers and Tane Rodstad from Hearth, and Elliot Lang from Prairieland. Now, what these folks did is they came forward. They said they were going to make their soups, which they are. And thanks to Cisco, we were able to make this, and Centennial Foods, we were able to make this a black box competition. So what that means is we got all the ingredients from those 2 suppliers, put them in a black box, delivered them to the chefs. So they all have the same ingredients as they start out. They can add 2 ingredients of their choice. 2 ingredients of their own choice and some spices. Now they make enough soup for 200 servings. And it's what we did with those servings that's really special. Because we then took those soups and delivered them to the Friendship Inn, the Lighthouse, Central Haven, Stensrud Lodge, Oliver Lodge, Porteous Lodge, Sunnyside, Extended Care, and Samaritan's Place. Those are all home care or care homes in our city that, as you know, have been struggling over the last several months. And so, our chefs really rose to the occasion. They made these soups. We will be delivering them tomorrow to those locations so that they can be served to the guests there. And then the chefs actually get judged. So their soups will get judged by a judging panel. And on Saturday night, we'll announce Saskatoon Soup Master. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shad. We should probably get on to the second photo, but if people, you mentioned there's still some spots available, they can go to wintershines.ca. Is that correct?
NutrientWintershines.ca is the place to go, and they can get more information as well as sign up for the various things on there. And anything that they missed earlier in the week in virtual is on there as well in video format.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Shad, for joining us. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
And good luck with the rest of the festival. And we'll probably see you around town.
Appreciate it. Look forward to it. I'll sign off here.
Okay. Bye for now.
Thanks a lot, Chad.
And there's a shout out here from David Fisher. Great work by On Purpose Leadership. Thanks, Shad, to his team for making Saskatoon a great place to be, even during a pandemic. Thank you, David. And you know what we forgot to do? And I'm surprised I haven't been reminded one way or another. We forgot to tell David what he won.
Oh, David's just in it for the sport.
Yes. Congratulations, David. You are the winner of a $25 gift certificate to Wendell Clark's Classic Grill and Bar. And we'll be in touch with you shortly about how we'll get that into your hands. We really appreciate you playing. David won, I guess, the pilot night that we had this. He won twice. We can let him play again, or is that it for tonight?
Well, we've only had one guest for tonight.
This is true.
So he's only won once tonight. Maybe it should only be in the night.
Okay, one per night? Or do we let him? How about we'll go maximum 2 per night? Because we want David to stick around and keep playing. So maximum 2 per night. So if you can hear me, David, you can try to win one more, if that makes sense. But before we go any further, should I show the next photos before we keep talking and yammering?
Yeah, let's really entertain some people instead of just, making them listen to us. Oh,
there we go. There's not a lot to go.
Not a lot to go by.
David says he's going to excuse himself from further competition, but I'd really love for him to stick around and keep watching if he can. Maybe David can tell us if he wants to go to Mars, one-way mission to Mars. And Jackie says she also goes by Hacky, so that's good to know. Not much to go there. Should we just move on to the next one? It hasn't really been up.
And, Jackie's got a guest there.
Oh, Oh, I got the Diefenbaker Hill by Doyle Benson. And that's close. That I can see the shape because it kind of does look like the hill.
Absolutely.
But
Especially
that's
with all
not
the
it.
new
And
fencing on
that's
that hill.
kind of what Jackie guessed as well. But actually, Doyle's guess came in. I clicked the wrong one. But they're both kind of the same place, but not quite the right answer.
I don't think they're the same place. I think
David's going to compete
Hill at Black's.
Aha. You know what?
She can use the help, David. So thank you.
Hang on.
Do we have one already?
I got to go back to me so I can bring on the winning lights.
Turn on the lights. The winning lights.
There they are.
Who got this so quickly? Here's a very faint triangle.
I'm not sure if I'm going to do the last name correctly or not, but and we got a second one, but this is the first one here. Optimist Hill. And we're going to accept that. And it's Karen. And I'm going to say Bosch, might be Bochet, but I'm going to say Karen Bosch is one. Optimist Hill is the correct answer. And of course, that's another wonderful project that's going on in our community. Doyle got kind of the right answer. We might have taken that, probably, but it was just a little after Karen's answer. So there you go. And I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to go over to this computer here, and I'm going to try and find what we're calling the reveal picture, Damien. Of course, the pandemic, and it's reading. Sorry?
I'm looking at Doyle's answer. I actually think Doyle got it. He just used the old name for the place.
I don't know.
Yeah, that used to be Diefenbaker Hill until it got refurbished and turned into Optimist Hill.
And they've done a great job. You can see there, I guess it's almost like a conveyor belt, or it is a conveyor belt of people.
It is.
To get up to the top of the hill. And there's some ramps and some jumps there. So, I mean...
Yeah, it's a cool facility. I wish I'd had some time to get up there. I used to love snowboarding. I would love to play in a place like that, but it's down the road for me, and I still haven't had the time to make it up there.
Now they seem to be fighting over it. Karen wins, but then Karen says Doyle gets it first. We're going with Karen. I'm going to make an executive decision here and say I think it's Karen, because I think it is known as Optimist Hill. Some other people can maybe weigh in if they want.
Well, that's like calling TCU Place Centennial Auditorium, right? We'll just say that.
Yeah, exactly.
According to the rules.
But I mean, it's also time, right? So, I mean,
yeah,
the answer did come in first from, I got to hide this. I'm going to go back to me. And I'm excited because not only can I tell Karen what she won, I can show Karen.
Because she gets the shirt I want.
There it is. Swag. And I decided it's actually time for me to get my own after promoting it for so long. How's it going to look on me? Congratulations, Karen. You've won a t-shirt. So we'll be in touch with you and we'll show you how you can order a t-shirt. No YXE, or you can order specific shirts for the various shows we have off our website. And in a couple of weeks, that will be coming to you. So Karen is the winner of a shirt.
I'm jealous of you, Karen.
Damien, should we do another photo?
Next? I think we should.
I'm going to try and call it up here. But also, I'm going to mention that this day in history, as we get this photo and get another conversation going, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the year, and I should have remembered that. I think it was I'm going to say 1979. I could be wrong. But the miniseries Roots Next Generation premiered on ABC TV.
I'm going to look that up right now.
You look that up. We're going to show people the blurry picture here. I got to remember what it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember what it is. So, I mean, that was a groundbreaking series at the time. I remember reluctantly at the beginning, my mother making me watch it. And I think by the middle of the first episode, I was hooked on it. And just, it was groundbreaking, certainly for the time it was. So I guess my question then for people is, what 70s or 80s TV series or miniseries do you remember? And how was it important to you? A lot of great TV was made back in that era.
My very thorough and deep research of one misspelled Google search says 1977 for Roots.
1977? That was close. I was off by a couple of years. Karen's really thankful for the shirt. Not a problem. Thank you for playing, Karen. We really appreciate it. Doyle's appreciating the fun facts that we bring to the show. That might be the last fun fact for this show, though. And of course, now we're in that kind of delay waiting for people to guess it. What do you see in the photo, Damien? We'll go back to that.
Oh, I see. Those flares really throw me off every single time. Those blue flares. Don't pay attention to those people. They're lies. They're just lies.
Well, I call them blobs. You're calling them flares.
Yeah, because they're not objects. It's the way that software that you're using is grabbing one particular really bright surface and just throws a halo over it.
Gotcha.
So
no
don't
guesses.
follow those people. Don't follow those. But there is something green in there, and of course, a lot of snow.
There is a lot of snow, and I think there might be a bit of sky too, if I were to say so myself. Porta potties.
Don't fall for the blue, Doyle.
Doyle's falling for the blue. I think it's probably time to move on to the next photo. So I'm going to go over there, bring us up so I can do this. You know what's happened so far? Not happened so far.
What hasn't happened so far?
I haven't shown people my desktop yet.
Hey, that's right. There's proof that we're
the night is still young.
Practice.
The night is still young, and nobody's really sharing whether or not they have anything from the 70s or 80s. Do you have any 70s or 80s series?
It was. I looked it up right before this, and it was 1994. But my most memorable miniseries was The Stand by Stephen King.
Right, and we talked about this before, and you said, not quite in the period, but still a good one, right? In
its own way. I've always been a big fan of Stephen King's works, and it was that's a massive volume of work. And in its day, it was pretty awesome. Looking back on it, it's absolutely horrendous, which is kind of part of the fun for me.
Gotcha. We have some guesses here. Ashley Park. I'm not sure where that is. Are you familiar with it, Damien?
I feel like I should be, but I think she's guessing a playground, and I don't think that's correct.
Sort of right. Oh, well, actually, if I look kind of at the top above the blue splotches, I get a better sense of what it might be. Blue sky over the river where we saw the beaver. Very specific. Very specific.
That sky would be over where they saw the beaver, which I think was near the Besborough.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the right answer. Alf? I thought Alf was brown. Oh, Alf, though. Oh, that's the
Alf,
series.
the TV show. Unless he's guessing that is an alien life form.
No, I think he's talking about a 70s and 80s series or miniseries. I love All in the Family. Jackie talking about All in the Family. It's a great show.
That is a great show.
The Observatory. Good answer.
No. That's not what she said. That's not what she said.
Observatory.
Yeah.
That's being nice. We're getting close. No.
That was my guess.
It's close. Sort of close. Not geographically close.
If it's not that one, it can only possibly be something else.
Observatory on campus. I think Doyle's laughing at us about thinking it was Alf. Before we're going to do this one here first, 70s TV begins and ends with Starsky and Hutch. You know, when I was growing up, I had my parents paint my room red with a Starsky and Hutch white stripe on each wall.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, and it was awesome. I was the coolest kid. And then they got a big tractor tire. They brought it in, made a little table out of it. I played with my Matchbox cars on it. Riversdale, not quite. Oh, and Karen is going to win. She guessed Riversdale Pool. That's not right. But we're going to take that off. But we got around to it.
Yep.
There it is. Mayfair Pool. So Dave, I got to take that answer down because you know what?
What? Oh man,
I keep forgetting the lights.
I'm supposed to direct you. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
And the winner is Karen again. And I think I'd be making best friends with Karen because she's going to get 2 shirts.
2 shirts.
And maybe you're nice to her, Damien. She'll give one to you.
Hi, Karen. You look lovely in that picture.
And Karen's really happy that she won.
As she should be.
And we're back, and I'm going to do the quick reveal here. It's a pool in my neighborhood, and I think I was a little conscious, Damien, when we were starting to take pictures. I got to turn off the winning lights. That when we were taking pictures and stuff that you had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that
that there's a theme
That
in
was
your
all cut
pictures?
down around the river, and I didn't want that theme anymore. So there it is there. Clearly
Making
not
you all
something that's open
self-conscious.
right now, but I thought I'd maybe throw a curveball by doing something that's not open. But
You know, we were
congratulations,
talking in
Karen.
our house today. Today started to feel different. Like the light was different.
Yes.
It just feels warmer. So I think
I think
showing
you're
a
right.
swimming pool just waiting to get played in is not too far off.
And I would look forward to that day. I really do. Hopefully it's going to be sooner rather than later. I said it, and it's kind of a joke. I mean, the pandemic is a very serious thing, and we've all been living almost a year now under some sort of conditions. But I really do believe that when it's warmer, it's a lot easier to get outside and enjoy it. The last week or so has not been good for me. But at the same time, it hasn't been that really super cold that we usually get.
No, and you know what? Our summer has been really excellent. We've had the longest fall that I can remember. And up until this last week, winter wasn't that bad.
Yes, you're right. We can't complain as far as prayer. And of course, probably very thankful we're not in the southern states like Texas right now, which was
yeah.
another. Deborah says, congratulations to Karen and David. Hooray. So I think we made a rule tonight that only 2 prizes a night. And Karen got in just under that rule. And we're really thankful for that.
Way to go, Karen.
Is it?
My buddy.
That's right. Time for some shameless self-promotion before we go.
Ooh, let's do that.
If you want to get a hold of us, in the know at noyxe.com is how to get a hold of us. Of course, we're a budding local TV station online. If you have any ideas for a show that you want to do, we're always looking to partner with wonderful people. And if you have a great show idea, let us know. Email us there, and we'll start the conversation. We'll get you on the dial. If you want to sponsor one of our shows, we'd love to hear from you too. You can get us at sales@noyxe.com. There's opportunities as low as $12.53 per week to advertise with us. Here's some private stuff. Just check that.
Slow TV. Hey, Ian, are you bringing Slow TV back? Because I know you skipped it the other week.
I am bringing Slow TV back. It's going to come this Sunday at 10 a.m. The last 2 Sundays I preempted it because I decided if there's like minus 45 or colder with wind chill, I don't want to freeze let's go with equipment.
Camera. Yeah.
Yes, the equipment, because it's mighty cold. But I think this Sunday we're going to have some really good temperatures, and it's kind of fun. The idea is that I'm going to find a spot around Saskatoon, and I just lock it off on a shot, and people can tune into it, watch it. Maybe if they have Facebook Watch on their smart TV or YouTube, they can put it on their TV and just enjoy the outside around Saskatoon for an hour or so on Sunday morning, or until my battery dies. So that's this Sunday. Next show we have Monday. We have YXE Sports Podcast Monday at 6 p.m. Matt and Ray Morrison, I think we're back this week at Wendell Clark's Classic Grill and Bar. We'd like to thank them again for being a prize sponsor and also a sponsor of that great show. Wednesday, Green Room YXE with Johnny Sinclair, Leslie Stanwyck. They're back. And I think that's the end of the shameless self-promotion. Once again, Damien, thank you so much for hosting. And I'd also like to shout out to Shad Ali, Festival Director of Nutria and Winter Shines, for joining us. We really appreciate you coming on the show and playing with us. And we certainly hope that the rest of the festival goes well. If you want to sign up, I drove by the obstacle course today, Damien. It looks kind of a lot of fun. And there seemed to be really a lot of distancing happening there. Seemed to be fairly safe, quite safe, actually. Awesome. I think it was at nutriandwintershines.ca, I think is the website there to go register.
Wait. Oh,
you're going to bring it up again?
Here.
There it is there.
There you go.
There it is there. And
it is nutriandwintershines.ca, all one word.
All one word. Okay, bring your beautiful picture back and we'll say goodbye as soon as I cue up.
I don't know about beautiful, but I'll bring it back.
We're back next Thursday. We're going to stay on Thursday nights. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about possibly moving for a Voice of Saskatoon, but it sounds like the Voice of Saskatoon for now is going to be every 4 or 5 or 6 weeks. They'll be back, I think, whatever the first Thursday in April is when they're back. So we'll be preempted that night, but we're certainly here every Thursday. Tell your friends, please follow and subscribe. It means the world to us. Tell your friends about this, share it, and we'll get those viewers up. Then we can charge more for the commercials, and I can buy a new pair of shoes. Damien, thank you again.
Shoes. And I can buy one of those shirts.
And you might get a shirt. I think you're connected. So long, everyone. We'll see you next week.